Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon. I haven't been that embarrassed in New York City since I got arrested for trying to solicit an undercover police officer. Now, I should have known that she was a police horse. The badge and officer on top should have been a dead giveaway, but it was dark out and I had a few drinks. Thought, hey, this might be weird. Not getting blown out by the Jets weird, but I think you know what I'm saying. We've all been there. I do have to say, fuck Joe Namath. That son of a bitch at MetLife Stadium slows down Denver worse than stone drivers on I-25. If I ever see Joe Namath at a Broncos game again, I'll suffocate him with Pat Bolin's fur coat myself. Other than that, though, Joe Namath is my 8th all-time favorite NFL player. The Jets just dismantled the Broncos 34-16, while also crushing any hopes we fans had that this team might be competitive this season. And thank you for your very accurate intros this week.
Just sitting here, the Jets and Broncos, and the Broncos stink, but that's good Broncos. With a Jets fan.
That's good Broncos.
That's good Broncos.
I don't know. Please subscribe here if you're new. Click that stupid notification button. And if you want to keep this channel alive, resuscitate it from the fucking depths of death that the Broncos make it feel like, Patreon. Patreon.com/thatsgoodsports. Your monthly donations are how I make a living. Now, if you're a Broncos fan who loves the Saw movies, then you'll surely enjoy this recap. Everyone said, if you want to beat the Jets, you have to keep Isaiah Crowell from rushing for 200 yards. You know, the most feared back in the NFL, Isaiah Crowell, who finished the game with 219 fucking rush yards. The Denver defense gave up more rushing yards to Crowell in one game than he had all season. Now, if I can quote Nikki Jabala quoting Derek Wolfe, imagine her voice doing a Derek Wolfe impression, and this will be more entertaining. Wolfe said after the game, "It's the same shit every week. I'm tired of talking about the same shit the last 2 years. Said something deeper is going on here." Oh, it's deep, Derek. It's deep, all right. You don't have any talented coaches or a fucking quarterback. The Denver Broncos looked great for the first 6 minutes of the first quarter. Then it all went to shit. But for all of those coaches out there who say you only need to play about 6 minutes of great football in the NFL to get a win, the Broncos almost proved them right. 6 minutes of great football. If I can last longer in bed than the Broncos can play good football, it is not going to be a good day. Adam Gotsis, who I have been critical of, came up big with the strip and fumble recovery of stomach Bilal Powell. This gave Denver excellent field position, and my prediction of Courtland Sutton getting his first NFL receiving touchdown came true. It came true. Sutton gives Denver an early 7-0 lead, and my other favorite rookie receiver, Deshaun Hamilton, got involved in the passing game. Also what I told the Broncos to do. Now, if they would just listen to all of my fucking advice, they'd be undefeated. Deshaun Hamilton had not 1, but 2 catches in the first half, both in the middle of the field. And the thing that makes Hamilton special is that he ain't letting nobody squirt no Gatorade in his mouth. The rest of this video will be pleasurable for Jets fans, and just below the level of watching your entire family get murdered by the puppets from Sesame Street. Oh God, Big Bird is eating my brother's eyeballs. I can see his eyeballs in Big Bird's beak. And Elmo, oh Elmo, worse than the executioner at the end of Braveheart that was gutting Mel Gibson. What are you doing to my family, Sesame Street? That'll be the rest of the day for Broncos fans. The Denver defense was bad in 3rd and long and 3rd and shorts. This segment I will call Third Down, and how to bend the knee, and how to bend over and open up like a runway on a jet carrier so the Jets could slide in for touchdown landings with ease. And the tsunami of shit started with this Isaiah Crowell torching 77-yard touchdown run. This was a stoppable run, and the Denver secondary is entirely to blame. Chris Harris over-pursues or under-pursues here, whatever it is. It wasn't regular pursues. Bradley Roby slips and falls. Darian Stewart slips and falls, and Isaiah Crowell scores. Just a series later, on 3rd and long, Bradley Roby gets e-vaped by Robby Anderson. The flavor of getting burned by e-vape on this play is caramel disgust. Anderson had 8 catches heading into this game. Don't get me wrong, Robby Anderson, very talented player, tremendous speed, but Roby was clearly outmatched, just toasted. Toasted all game. And not a good toasted like toaster strudels, the bad, burnt, shitty toast. Even in decent coverage, though, Anderson catches a perfectly thrown ball by Sam Darnold to take a 21-10 to lead right before halftime. And that's what you need. You need your receivers to get wide open for easy plays sometimes. And then you need a quarterback who throws perfect passes, so even in coverage, those receivers can make catches in the end zone. Something the Broncos don't seem to have. Now, while writing this episode, 2 of the top 3 leading rushers in the NFL today were Isaiah Crowell and Bilal Powell. They played against the same defense. Crowell with 219 yards, Powell with 99. Phillip Lindsay and Royce Freeman didn't even combine for 99 yards. Last time, the New York Jets had 2 players go for more than 75 yards in a game on a play was in 1972 when that goddamn vapor locking
Joe, honey, I fixed it. It was just vapor lock.
Joe Namath threw an 80-yard and 79-yard pass to Rich Castor. Nothing feels better than being on the shit end of seeing a 46-year-old record getting snapped.
Yo ya lo arreglé, era aire en la gasolina.
Isaiah Crowell, most rushing yards in a game in Jets history. Also the only player in Jets history to be fined for wiping his ass. That's the guy who goes for 200. And the Broncos, no matter how much they wipe their ass, will not get the stink of this loss off of them. Unless, of course, they beat the Rams on Sunday. Then all will be forgiven, Broncos. This Demaryius Thomas, really impressive touchdown grab, was the least exciting DTTD since he scored the sole touchdown in the Broncos Super Bowl 48 loss. Again, fuck that MetLife Stadium. The Jets finished with 512 total yards of offense, 323 on the ground. But again, Jets probably have the greatest offense I have ever seen. All week, we did hear about how the Jets had this high-flying offense that nobody could contain. So don't be too hard on the Broncos. The Jets did not get the nickname the greatest show on surf for no reason. I mean, just look at Sam Darnold after his touchdown pass to Terrell Pryor. You know you're dominating when you can lay in the middle of the field in a very, very submissive position like this and have zero fear that a defender will hop on and penetrate you. The Jets are the clear-cut AFC Super Bowl favorites, and it's because they have a secret weapon as well. And it's badass Black Santa. How do you stop a team that has Jesus' dad on the sideline? Had I known that, I would have picked the Jets to win this game. The good news for the Broncos, or for Broncos fans, is that there is good, young offensive talent on this team. Lindsay, Freeman, Sutton, Hamilton, and even maybe a good young QB in the waiting. The bad news is the offseason acquisitions for the Broncos were terrible. Clinton McDonald, Marquette King, Tremaine Brock, and Adam Jones, who was hurt midway through the game, none of them playing. And King and McDonald aren't even on the team anymore. Well, King technically is, but he won't be. That's a swing and a miss by the Broncos, just like the Rockies against the Brewers. I know why the Vikings didn't want to re-sign Case Keenum. He's not very good. John Elway really is the Jamarcus Russell of spotting quarterback talent. I know I'm being harsh, but I am mad and sad and angry and depressed. So after this video, I'll present you Broncos fans with solutions, how to deal with the Broncos loss. Grieving, the 5 stages of grief. Bonus video going up tonight. That's how much I care about you. Look, Case Keenum is just a quarterback who doesn't do the little things well. Like give his receivers a chance to catch the ball in the back of the end zone. Dating back to the preseason, Keenum has had a tendency to throw the ball too goddamn high. Yes, I think Joe Woods and Vance Joseph's jobs are in jeopardy, as is Case Keenum's. The Jets' defense was without their defensive coordinator, without their starting corner in Tremaine Johnson, who was a free agent this offseason. Instead, Denver pursued Tremaine Brock. That's the wrong Tremaine. Broncos, the name Brock should have been a giveaway there. A slot corner buster screen left with a concussion, and Denver still couldn't control the passing game on offense when it mattered. Keenum did rack up yards in garbage time, but trust me, the Broncos should have dominated offensively. All I can say is it's never a good sign for the fate of your team if fans are asking for all of the coaches to be fired and demanding that the backup quarterback be given a chance. And the Jets weren't even that great. I mean, how embarrassing is this pick not 6? It wasn't just good record set today for the Jets. Longest interception return for a not touchdown in NFL history? Wow. Wow, there's no recovering from that, New York. This elite Jets team will probably lose next week. Not because the Broncos made them look better than they are, but because that play will haunt them all week. So yeah, there you have it. Denver Broncos versus New York Jets recap. I did my part. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Please subscribe here on YouTube. Share this video with your fucking enemies. And I'm on Twitter, Instagram, @BrandonPerna. Please follow me on Instagram. Tomorrow, Will Keys and I will have a podcast up in the morning recapping this just horrendous loss. Second channel, That's Good Podcasts. Yeah.